Hey nerds, Alex here from Nerds Being Geeks. I wanted to do a quick video on kind of my 2021 year in comic books and what I'm looking forward to in 2022. Some of my goals, things I'm trying to check off that box. Finish off some runs, meet some people, you know, that kind of thing. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so let's get into it. So I'm not going to go into my boxes and pull out the books and stuff like that. I'll just either show a picture or completely forget to do it, and you guys will know what I'm talking about anyways. So I want to say some of my favorite books that came out in 2021. Now, I focus more on back issues. My pull list is really small. I don't get a ton of new books. So, please don't yell at me in the comments because I didn't say your favorite book. It's probably because I haven't read it yet. So I'll just do like a quick thing, some of my favorites, some of my least favorites, and alright, so I'm just going to do some of my favorites, some of my least favorites, some other things that came out this year that I've really enjoyed, that kind of thing. And then we'll look into goals for 2022. Alright, so let's get into it. So I will start this on a sour note. A book that I was kind of hyped for and that I dropped around issue 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there was Star Wars: The High Republic. Didn't care for the story. The art was very cartoony, mediocre, like cartoonish house style. I just could not get into any of it. I wasn't impressed. I just, there was nothing about it that I was liking. And me being the cheap ass that I am, if I don't like it, I'm just gonna drop it. But like I said, I stopped around 7 or 8. Let me know in the comments if the series has gotten any better, because that was not a good series. Another thing I didn't like was the Godzilla book. However, that was aimed more for children, so that I'm not really the target audience for that. I don't really want to put it on this list, but I dropped it fairly quickly. It just wasn't meant for an adult, if that's what you want to call me. Another thing I was really disappointed in was Batman 89. I thought it maybe it started strong. There was a lot of hype behind it, but I don't know. I'm having a very difficult time getting into it. At the time of this recording, there's still 1 or 2 issues left in the series. Maybe it can turn it around. It had a strong start. The middle, I have not cared for that much, but maybe the ending will blow me away. I'd say another book that was actually a real letdown, and at the time of this recording hasn't finished either, just like Batman 89, was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. The series didn't come out in 2021. It actually came out in like October of 2020, I believe. But, you know, it's like a 5-issue series and it's taking 18 months to come out. The hype for that has died completely just because it's taking 4 months between each issue. It's just not working for me. I think like maybe the first issue was awesome. You have to set up the story. I think between the flashbacks and then going to current times. There's one of them isn't moving as fast. I think maybe one issue they could have put the whole backstory into it and then focused on the current plot. I don't know. There's just some disconnect there. Maybe it could have used a few more issues. I think that at the time of this recording, there's only one issue left, and I don't think it will wrap up how I would like. I feel like they spent too much time in the past, and the current story isn't getting enough time. That's just me personally, which sucks because I'm a huge TMNT fan, clearly. Just hope that last issue is freaking awesome. So the other thing about that last Ronin series is they keep doing like director cut issues. So what's issue 1 on, like 4th printing maybe because of that, 5th printing? You know, I don't know. It's like maybe spend more time just completing the story instead of rehashing a book you released a few months ago and just re-releasing it again. Just my personal opinion. All right, so let's get into some of the things I did like. That Alien series from Marvel. Wow. Really love that series. The art's been awesome. The story's been great. I'm a huge Alien fan, so I am definitely the target audience. I like the arcs they're getting split up into, but still keeping it Alien themed. I've enjoyed the whole series so far in every arc. So that's one of my top picks for 2021. Another thing I enjoyed is that new Moon Knight series. That has been awesome. Just so good. The art's been stellar. The writing's been incredible. I think it's been, every issue I've read has been excellent. And I think it's a perfect way to hype up the TV show that's coming on Disney+. One other thing I really loved that came out this year was by Dark Horse, and it was the collected editions of the EC horror titles. Now there's several out. There's, Haunt of Fear, Tales from the Crypt, Suspense Stories. I think there's a few other ones, but I'm slowly picking them up and I've enjoyed all of them. For someone that's a fan of horror and anthology series that can just be a quick read, I have really liked these. It's a really cool snapshot into that time period of the 50s when those books came out, and I like them. All right, so there was 3 bad and 3 good. So what am I looking forward to in 2022? Personally, it's not really any ongoing series. I would like to get my book back from CGC that was sent out in November of 2020. Been waiting over a year, CGC. Would like to have my book back, please. Another goal would be, I'd like to work on getting some more Golden Age stuff. My goal this year was to get a Golden Age Batman book. It didn't happen, but I did get my first Golden Age book this year. That was pretty cool. It was that Captain Marvel book. So getting a Golden Age Batman is on my list for 2022. And another one would be to get an EC title. I love horror books. I love anthology books. So to get some of those classic EC books with those covers would just be awesome. Another thing I'd like to work on in 2022 would be to work on my Werewolf by Night and Tomb of Dracula run. I got a good chunk of those books early on in the year, but they've really died off. I haven't been able to find too many in the wild locally. I don't shop too much online, so I try and get them locally at shops or at smaller shows like the Knights of Columbus show, but I've had no luck with those recently. Alright, so that was kind of my overview, quick overview of 2021 going into 2022. So those were some of my goals. What are some of yours? Let me know in the comments. What are you working on? Are you working on completing a run, getting more trades? Well, I don't know. Whatever. Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching Nerds Being Geeks, and I hope you have a good new year.